go, yeah, go, go, yeah, go, go, yeah.
What is up, everybody? Oh, let me make sure I didn't mute myself. What is up, everyone?
Good.
Good. All right. Let me go ahead and switch this view. Thank you guys for anybody out there watching. Let me switch with me and my guest, Mr. Steve, HVAC Residential Basics. How are you, Mr. Steve?
I am doing fabulous. How are you this evening?
I'm good, man. It's glad to be doing a live stream again. This really wasn't scheduled, but I'm gonna start doing these live streams every Saturday. Sometimes it'll be with a bunch of us. It'll be just me, just us, just whatever. But I definitely want to start getting the live streams. A lot of people that are in here know that I did it every week, and I took a summer hiatus. I kind of really needed it. A little bit of break. A lot of things have changed, which we'll go over some of those things. But it's just good to see a lot of the people in here. Let me just say what's up to some people. Miss Jessica Egan. Hello, ma'am. Mr. HVACR Heatmaster, how are you, sir? How's that Sporlan Smart Tool? Obviously, Mr. Steve is here. Some of these, don't know why when it says for Facebook, it just says it doesn't say their name.
Yeah, this is the bot.
Yeah.
Restream bot.
What's up, Zeke? How you doing, brother? What's up, Craig? Yeah, let me see if I can click over into Facebook and actually see some of the comments, because I can see who is on.
Yeah, I'm watching the stream, and I can't see who it is, but I see we got a hey and a hello Gilbert.
Oh, hold on, I gotta. Oh, let me mute that. There we go. There's the comments.
And Mark
That was
from
Mr.
Florida's
Mark
here.
Welch. That's who it was. And then Miss Amanda. What's up, Amanda? Amanda is our wonderful office manager at the company belt where I'm at now. She is the best. She has to keep me straight. Well, she keeps all of us straight. But yeah, Amanda was supposed to come on the podcast, but we had some mix up as far as my schedule. So we got to get Amanda on there. What is up, Mr. Texas? How are you, my friend? Ryan Hughes, what's up, buddy? I know who you are, Mark. I didn't see. I had to open up Facebook because both of the comments come on this one screen inside my software, and it tells me who it is on YouTube, but it doesn't tell me who it is. It just says Facebook user for the Facebook ones. And that little like click thing, that's part of the software. I looked it up. There's nothing I can do to get that to go away. What's up, Mr. Denver? Congratulations on that beautiful girl, buddy. Congratulations to you and the missus. Anyway, I am excited to just be live again, man. You guys know I have a big mouth. It's kind of hard to keep me quiet, so I haven't been able to voice all my frustrations in a long time.
Well, we've missed you. We've tried a couple of times, but I think we're back, at least for the winter. How about that?
Yeah, we should be good.
Keep it rocking till those balls to the walls again.
Yeah, definitely. I am going to be moving in the next couple of months. This is 100%. I know there was kind of mix-ups. I was going to be going to Texas for a while there, but we are not going to Texas, at least as of right now. Obviously, I'm with a new company now, and it's awesome. Loving it. We're kicking ass and taking names. You'll see Miss Amanda is in the Facebook groups in here. She is part of that, and obviously, you guys have seen Ryan, the owner. He has been on here with me. So, what is up, Bill? Curious HVAC guy. Congratulations, you guys, man. I saw you guys been kicking ass, bro. It's just hard for me to get to watch all those shows all the times. Yes, Jason, my brother. I talked to you about that. It was never serious enough, so that's why we never continued to talk about it. Anyway, what has been up with you, Mr. Steve? How you been there, sir?
I've been doing wonderful. I can't complain. Work's been good and steady and getting hours that I want. They're not killing me yet. Staying steady till 4:30, 5 o'clock, heading towards the house pretty regular. And it's been good. Sales leads have been good. Everybody's staying at home with all this pandemic going on. People finding their systems aren't as comfortable as they thought it would be. So getting a lot of change outs. I think same thing was true this summer. I think we had a whole lot more change outs than we really had repairs. People just going, no, let's go ahead and get rid of it. So our install department has really been wide open, and they're dead now. So they're glad to see the cool weather come around and get a little relief where they don't have to be running Saturdays all the time.
Yeah, no, I bet. We've been kind of we've been steady. Installs are booked out. Amanda, our office manager, she sells installs over the phone.
Wow.
No shit. So it's I've finally, been. It took a little bit getting here, getting in a groove, finally getting in a groove. I've been rolling here lately. Still, you can always do better. But yeah, we're booked out pretty good as far as installs. And I always tell people, if you guys are out there and you are business owners, and this is not a sponsor or anything, I just know coming firsthand here, Ryan will tell you, Amanda will tell you. And I said this on the the podcast that's going to come out Monday is Rhino Strategic Solutions with Mr. Cristiano. When it comes to marketing, you cannot beat what they do. It is amazing. We see it work firsthand. It is worth every penny. So, just know that, because it's pretty badass. What's up, Mr. Rick? How you doing, brother? What's up, Nathan? Sorry, trying to look at two different chats. There should be something in here that I don't even see. Yeah, see, Amanda said Rhino rocks. Yeah, Rhino is awesome. That's actually another podcast you guys should listen to the Point podcast. Cristiano has that. It's I actually didn't even know that Chris had a podcast. Any kind of business owner, stuff like that. It's very, very good. Hold on, we're actually missing something off of this this scene. Why are we missing something? Give me 1 second. I don't know if it'll let me add something while we're in the middle of the show. No. You need to... It's telling me there's an upgrade for the software that I'm using. Yeah, that sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, don't push the button.
Yeah, not doing that. I'm lucky that my lights are staying on, for Christ's sakes. This is... Yeah, I don't know if you can do it live. Whatever, we'll stay here. There should be something popping up on the bottom of the screen that says subscribe, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. It looks good enough. Looks fine. Yeah. But all you guys in the chat, how have you guys been? I haven't talked to a lot of you in a while. And I missed you guys too, Jessica. Sorry, I saw that comment back there. How have you guys been? How are you doing right now? How is your work? Are you guys staying steady? Have you guys really slowed down? I just love to know how it is going on there with everybody, since I haven't talked to people in such a long time. And with all this COVID stuff, popping back up and all that kind of stuff, wondering how it's going. Man, probably should have blew the old nose.
That's all right. That is all right. Well, anyway, there's... Hoser just popped in, said he's on the way home. Ran across, I was on Brian's show earlier this evening, and I had a problem. What's today? Saturday, yesterday. That was just, we have a furnace that's been giving us a fit. Went last year, changed the circuit board. It worked all winter long with no problems. Started giving some funky codes, things like 20 years old. We've changed the circuit board. Transformer died a couple weeks later. Igniter died. Pressure switch died. I mean, it just needs to go. It's oversized. Not enough duct work. But anyway, 120 volts from hot leg to neutral. 117 volts. From hot leg to ground. 122 volts. Now, the polarity when you check, because the circuit board needs to have that polarity right, or it'll give you that code.
Yeah.
When you measure hot leg 120 to red 24, you should get 96 or whatever. I was getting 72 or 74 volts, which was, if you do the math, your line voltage minus your secondary is what you should be getting. And that math just did not work. I should have been getting like 92 maybe. Because I was putting out 26 volts, 25 volts. But if you do the math, I should have been getting around 92, something like that. But it was doing 72 volts. Where in the hell were those other 20 volts going?
Yeah, that one doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I got on Brian. Brian kind of did a Q&A tonight, so I jumped on there and talked to him, and he said that it's got a GFI circuit hooked up to it as well. A plug-in, and he said get rid of that and you more than likely have a neutral problem somewhere. I tracked the wires back and found where some handyman had gotten in there and pulled a bunch of wires in there. There was wires coming out of this handy box. There were 6 wires coming out of it. Shouldn't even be a handy box. There should be a straight line straight from the panel straight to the furnace, to your little toggle switch, and right in. But they had somebody got in there and said, "Oh, look, here's a hot leg, a hot wire. Let's do something with it. So I'm thinking somebody got in there and jacked it all up. That doggone thing would give me high limit codes when it wasn't overheating with a clean evaporator. It would give me flame sense codes. It would give me pressure switch codes. That circuit board just did not like the way that voltage was coming into that unit. So, but anyway, that was kind of my challenge for the week. Is like 3 or 4 other guys had already been out there. It's like, all right, go see what you can find. And
Sometimes those goofy ones like that kind of just keep you, I don't know, they keep you on your toes.
mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you get it's easy call after easy call after easy call, and then sometimes you need those calls like that just I mean, and hey, sometimes we all can't figure it out like that. I don't care how long you've been doing this. Everybody gets stumped. It happens. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, well, it was definitely on the line voltage side somewhere. So I told the lady, this has got to be rectified before we can do anything else with it. And chances are this is going to fix it. It's like I said, I had 117 hot to neutral, but 123 hot to ground. So there was something with that neutral dropping voltage, weak connection, other stuff in there messing it up. So she get that taken care of with her electrician. She's remodeling the house anyway, so he's already there. So it should take care of her problem, I hope. We'll find out.
Nice, good. Definitely keep us posted with that.
I will. For sure. And yeah, it's been a while since we've been on. I think last time we was wanting to go, and I think you got sick, or you got sick. Kids came down with sick. And
oh yeah, I
was actually down in Florida, and the Miss Lovely Jessica and her husband came down a little ways, and we got to go out and have some dessert with them and hung out with them. That was a nice thing.
That's awesome.
You enjoyed that, yeah.
I know Kelly's got to meet them as well. I'd love to be able to meet Jessica and Craig. They're some of the people that have supported me as long as I've been doing this podcast, as long as I've been on YouTube. So I would definitely love to have the opportunity to be able to meet them as well.
Well, I kind of live in the middle. So you're up in Maryland, but you're what? What's that to Atlanta? 14-hour ride, I guess.
Probably something like that. Well, maybe, yeah, probably. Because I know it took us, it was like 18 hours to go to Miami, so.
Well, that's a good 11 hours from here, 11, 12, depending on how many kids you got, how many wives. Oh, only one wife.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are you doing, man? What the hell are you doing, Mr.
One
Steve?
wife, how many kids?
I'm going to get smothered into sleep tonight. I only have one.
All right.
Sorry, these things are crazy. I'm trying to say hello to some of these people out there. Mr. Rick, HVAC Survival, what is up, brother? Any of you out there that don't check out his channel, I know a lot of the people I see know him, but HVAC Survival, check his channel out. He has a good channel. Mr. Christopher Bates, what's up, buddy? Glad to see you're busy. Christian Clance. Very steady. Install is up and service is up. Yeah, he said, the calls that keep us humble. You got that right, man. How can you get a hat? I don't know I don't want to say this wrong. If it's Jesus Martinez, if you email me at hvacuncensored@gmail.com and just say you want a hat, and then I'll email you an invoice. These things flew off the shelves. I have this one, and then if you guys have seen me wear the blue one here, hold on, I'll show you real fast. Hold on. Let me see if let me cut to this other camera real fast. There we go. So I have this one as well. This is actually my favorite hat that I wear all the time. I was going to send you one of these, but you said you don't wear hats, so. You see if the other camera shows up. Yeah, wide angle.
Oh, look at there. You are set up.
Yeah. I've had plenty of time,
Very
so I got
nice.
a bunch of stuff.
Very nice.
All kind of stuff hooked up. Might as well, man. Got all this goddamn money down here. Better use it or sell it. Do something, Jesus.
Well, you're gonna have to pack it all up to the new house now, so we get to see a brand new studio.
Yeah, I can't wait because to have a little bit more space. Because the space I'm in now really isn't that. I mean, it's not small, but it's not big. It's far from big, and it's not blocked off. So I want to be able to have an office / studio that's kind of off from the family. And
Have y'all started looking yet
yeah,
for a new home or?
Yeah, we have started looking. Now it's just trying to figure out an area, but it's slowly but surely. Because to be honest, I really don't want to move around the holidays, especially with 4 kids, 5 kids actually here. I really don't want to. I would like to move after Christmas. So that's the plan. So we're looking now, seeing what's available. But if it's something that, they want to move right now, then I'm just going to we're going to have to hold off then. So
Well, the deal of the century comes up. Got to take it.
Well, that's true. That's true.
You going to get you some land or neighborhood, or what are you looking for?
With the kids, we'll probably be probably want to be in like a good one of the newer neighborhoods. Hopefully, we need at least 5 or 6 bedrooms, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So, obviously, with my kids and then my mom's with us, so we need some space. So I need square footage.
McMansion.
Yeah, which Maryland real estate sucks. So trying to get that is not exactly easy, but we'll see. You never know.
Oh, they got them along the coast, don't they?
Oh yeah, if you move out, you move
Waterfront, yeah, beachfront, that'd be nice.
Yeah, well, we have this thing like the Eastern Shore. It's called the Bay Bridge that kind of separates, but the Eastern Shore can be pretty big. Like my brother Jason in here, he lives over the Bay Bridge, and his house is beautiful, and the neighborhood he lives in. I just can't travel for work, having to go over that bridge. Is kind of like it keeps you held hostage in the summertime, and then you get a little bit of snow on this bridge in the wintertime, and you're stuck forever. So
It keep you focused.
yeah, I just don't want to have to add 2 hours travel onto my time every day. It's my wife's all for it, but she's a stay-at-home mom. Of course, she's all for it. It doesn't matter where we live to her. I just can't do it. Obviously, I would love it being close to my brother, but it just can't happen.
Yeah, I go about an hour a day, 30 miles, 32. It's usually my first call, and takes me anywhere from about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, just to get that distance. So
that's not horrible. But like me,
No.
I'm saying 2 hours would be like probably each way, not even total.
Yeah.
Maybe like an hour and a half. Depending on where I was going to do a sales call or whatever. I mean, some of our area coming from over there, it would probably take me like 2.5 hours to get to the first place, and that shit's for the birds. I don't want that.
Yeah, sometimes if I'm on the other side of Atlanta from the house and I get finished up and it's 6 o'clock, I mean, if any of y'all have done the Atlanta 285 perimeter thing at rush hour, I've been 2 hours getting home to go 40, 45 miles. It's just stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. It's insane. But with all this pandemic going on, there's, I'm going to say millions of people working from home, which is really taking the stress off the freeways. But it's picking back up now. I mean, traffic's starting to load back up. I guess people are heading back to work, heading back to the offices. But yeah, that I couldn't do a 2-hour ride. That would.
Yeah. I don't mean to change the subject, but I got to say, Mr. Steve, you sound pretty damn good.
Sexy?
That microphone, man, you got that deep voice going. My panties are getting wet. Damn, Mr. Steve.
No.
You got that nice deep tone with that microphone. This is the first time I think I've heard you that I've actually paid attention to it. That sounds pretty good.
Well, thanks. Maybe it was you that told me to get this mic.
It is.
I forget who.
But I'll take all the credit. That's fine. But yeah, that's and just so you know, I can actually if you ever wanted to change yourself, I can now, with what I'm doing right now, I can change all of your settings, so I can go back and I can make you black and white. I
All
can make you
right, look at there.
yeah, so I can do. Let me reset that so I don't mess you up. But
Yeah, this was what is this thing? It's the podcaster, the USB plug-in,
what's up, buddy? Yeah, it's
and
my son's home.
upgraded from this one, Audio Tech.
Yeah,
Nice little mic,
yeah.
but
Those
I think this one here is a little on the better side.
it is. That's the one. Kelly has that microphone.
Yeah.
Um, but he has it in his office. He's got to bring it back to his house where he records the podcast because for a USB mic, that thing has a really good sound. This Shure SM7B, which is known, kind of being the king dingaling, they just came out with a USB version. Go figure.
Wow.
It's called the Shure SMV7 or 7V or something like that. But I'm not buying any more damn microphones. I'm good. I got enough stuff in there.
Yeah, I think I had to pull this one a little closer. Every time I'd get on with Zach or somebody, it's like, you got to do something with your mic. As Zach said, you really got to eat this mic. You got to be right up on it. Otherwise, if I just kick back, I say it really loses a lot. Was that big of a difference from there to there?
I don't think so. I mean, they're definitely made to be up. If you see most people, they're talking into the mic like this, but you still sound fine.
I think I got the gain turned up as high as it'll go.
Yeah, sometimes I know this thing is a gain monster. I might change my little the little baby one.
There you go. Now we can see your whole beard.
Yeah. I gotta keep dyeing it, man. I get gray beard. It gets
Dyeing
crazy.
it. What are you using?
Oh,
Got a little brush.
Yeah, a little. It comes in a little kit, the Just for Men stuff, because I get white right here. It's pretty bad. It is what it is. I rather say I dye it than not dye it.
Yeah. I don't know what mine would do. I think I would be all gray. I go for 2 days on the weekend. I can start to see gray, and I don't know what it would do if I let it go.
No
Probably be
offense.
like my mustache.
Yeah, no offense, a little bit of an age difference. So
Yeah.
for me, getting gray is a little bit different than for you.
You're what? How old?
38.
Oh,
So-
50, 5, 6?
Yeah, so
Born in
still-
64, so do the math. I
I'm
quit
still a
doing math.
baby. Damn, so you probably graduated high school before I was born. What year did you graduate high school?
83.
That's the year I was born. So
That's when I started doing heating and air. I was lighting pilots then.
that's funny.
Lighting pilots, changing thermocouples.
What was so back in '83? What was like if people had to buy a system? Like what was the SEER? Like 6, 7?
8.
Was it 8 SEER?
Yeah. Yep. I was with a Linux dealer, and it was the HS8. Yeah, HS8. Little
That's
square
funny.
cube, basically, and but the Linux Pulse was the bad boy. It had just come out, and Linux is, I don't know if you've seen their original 2-speed compressor with, relay after relay and contactor after contactor was out. And that's what I learned on. That was a nightmare.
Yeah,
There wasn't any circuit boards back then except for, I think Linux Pulse had a spark ignition, but it still had the old camstat, so it didn't just time in by a circuit board. You still had all the old mechanical controls, and things have really changed.
Yeah, I'm actually doing a lot more with Linux. Just everybody knows that I've been a carrier guy for 20 something years. But I where I am at now, they do a lot of Linux. Ryan, he loves Linux, so I've been trying to get more introduced with it. I mean, obviously we'll sell whatever we got to do to make money, but Linux has been their brand. It's in the system already, and so I would love to. Well, yeah, Rick, I'm never gonna stop selling Carrier, but I do want to learn Linux. I want to learn Linux like I know Carrier.
It's a good product.
Rookie. Well,
I
damn,
was
I didn't even see. I'm sorry, some of these things. What's up, Brent? Just for Men, Touch of Gray. Yeah, no, but I want the opposite. So I get the one to take the gray out. Gil was gray and bald at 22. I was bald at 22, but not gray, you son of a bitch. So shut up. Gil's giving mustache rides. Yes, sometimes. Yeah, sir. I didn't even see some of those comments, dude. I just watched you with the Milwaukee vacuum on Instagram a couple days ago. There, Brent. My fault, Mr. Steve. I didn't mean to.
Oh no.
You there.
Keep up with the chat. Keep up with the chat.
Yeah.
But
So what we'll do is, like, when we start doing this, we'll start to have them more structured. Like, we used to have a topic that we talk about and things like that. But I just really wanted to just get back at it tonight. I don't know how long we'll go. If any of you want to come in, you're more than welcome. Email me. I can only have, I think I can only put only four guests. So 3 more guests can come in with the software that I'm using, which, to be honest, is better off because you start getting too many people and you start talking over each other. It gets to be mayhem anyway. Well,
I invited Jessica to come in, and I think she backed down.
So come on, Jessica, come in here. Let's talk some sales.
She had some kind of an excuse there. I'm not sure, but
no excuses. We will take no excuses.
Well, she did great. She was on Zach's show the Wednesday playing his skilled trade up.
Awesome.
And she got beat out, though.
It's all right.
Yeah, yours truly had to beat her out.
Did you really?
I feel bad.
You son of a bitch. Jesus,
no.
Mr. Steve. Sweet Jessica.
Sorry.
She said I'm full of excuses. No, I don't blame you for not wanting to come on. If you know, if he beat me out in something, I mean, what kind of friend is that? Jesus, he was ruthless.
My wife is going to send her some cookies, some of her homemade cookies. She's looking for a box where she can ship them so the icing doesn't get screwed up.
Oh, damn. I want some cookies.
Well, you can have some cookies. We'll send you some cookies.
Since Rona hit. Oh, Mr. Zach is in here. What's up, Zach? I haven't talked to Zach. I haven't seen a lot of these people in forever, man. I talked to a guy who used to work with Steve. He said you were the man. Did you see that comment, Mr. Steve?
Yeah. I see it down there. Yep, I see Brent down there. Yeah, the guy's over at R.A. Michaels in Clarkston, Georgia.
Nice.
Yep, walking there all the time. But Craig, actually Jessica's husband, went on and he won. I think he won big, if I'm not mistaken. I think he took it all the way to the final level, if I'm not mistaken. He had some tough. I ended up with some easy questions.
Hey,
he threw an oil burner question at me, which I had no clue. So I got it wrong, and Jessica got it wrong. So we went on to the next level. We both kind of won, and I forget what the other question was. But yeah, and then Craig came on, and he won. So Zach is sending out tools all over the place. Yeah,
nice.
He's definitely got a nice game going on there on Wednesdays, and you don't lose. He set it up to where you don't lose.
That's awesome.
If you miss the question, you still keep your prizes.
Well, that's good. Hey, you can't beat that. I haven't really been. I've been having so many different things go on. I haven't really been able to catch up with a lot of people's shows, a lot of people's things. Like I miss overtime. I don't see much of Zach's stuff. You know, and I mean, not that I want to watch it. I'm normally always watch it. There's always something going on here lately that I never get to them. Sometimes I go back and watch them after the fact a lot. I just miss the lives. So.
Well, you got the kids. You got to keep focus on the kids.
Yeah, well, not even just the kids. A lot of it's, work. I mean, I saw that, Randy asked me, why did I switch companies? So, long story short is I'd been that company for a long time, which I love that place. I wouldn't be who I am without that place in my career. But it just, I kind of hit a wall where I just needed something. I needed something new. My time there was, there was nowhere else for me to go. I'll just say that. and an opportunity presented itself to me, and I decided to take it, and I thank God that I did. This has been an amazing opportunity, with an awesome partner, awesome people, partners, and it's really, really good. I'm happy that I did this. Beltway we have a rock star team of people, and I don't even just say that because I'm here. The installers are, I mean, they just kick ass. Awesome service techs, the office staff, the office manager, Amanda. I mean, she like some of the stuff she does. And like I said, she sells systems over the phone. You know, like when people call in and kind of know what they want, or, you know, stuff like that. And rather than having me go out and waste time, she just takes care of it. Like, it's just, it's an awesome team. So pretty much I'm happy that I made that decision.
Are those cold phone calls, or previous existing customers calling in, or have they already been pre-qualified by your technicians?
Some of those are just people calling in. Like, she's
Wow.
pretty good, and she knows her shit. I mean, she knows what she's doing. So, yeah, it's pretty wild.
That's amazing. That's you got a good standing with the area for homeowners to be able to just call in and say, hey, and take the price and get the job over the phone. I mean, you got to have a very good reputation to be able to pull that off, my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, I mean, well, we have tons of
there's a lot of
5-star
trust there.
reviews in this area. And one thing about, you know, the Maryland DC area, well, I don't want to say Maryland DC because it's really two totally different areas. Email me, Rick. HVAC Uncensored at gmail.com. I'm pretty sure I already have yours, but I'll send you a link, bud. You can come in. But there's here it's like really big companies and then kind of smaller mid-range, but there's that whole kind of middle tier left that's really kind of left open, and that's our goal to kind of do that. So
how many techs y'all running over there?
What is it? So 5, 6 service techs, and then, you know, the install teams.
That's good. That's good size.
Yeah.
Manageable.
Thank you, rookie.
Manageable size. That's when I was with the big companies, I was supervisor, and they limited us as supervisors to 7 technicians under us. The general manager been doing it all his life. He said, once you hit that 8, 9, 10 guys under you, you really start to lose focus, lose that one-on-one ability with the technicians. And of course, it's like triple the headaches once you hit that next level. You just got a lot more dealings to deal with, and focusing and training. And so yeah, 5, 6 is good. I think we're up to about 10 at our company now. And we just brought a new guy in, still in school. He got to ride with me Friday. And I think he's going to be good. I mean, just right off the bat, we're coming into the wintertime. I mean, he closed the door, and I looked at him. And I said, give me the sequence of operation on the furnace. And he nailed it. You know, still in school.
That's good.
Just went through everything. I mean, from the thermostat to the circuit board, through the safeties and inducer and pressure switch, and nailed it. It's like, good deal.
A lot of the younger guys, I think, now are kind of the best because, you know, you can mold them into what you want. It's not somebody, because there's just too many egos. There's too, you know, and I get it. There's just too many egos out there now with some of these guys you hire, and it's hard to get them to come in and kind of fit your culture and mold into it. So, I mean, there's been several times at either company when you try to hire somebody and they look like they're a good tech, they just don't fit what you're doing though. And you have to turn them down. It's just they're not going to work. So
we've done that a couple of times. I've been there 4 years, and our owner is just huge on culture within the company. Whether it's guys standing around in the front office or BSing out in the back parking lot during meeting day. I mean, he wants culture to be A1A from the front door to the back parking lot. I mean, no smash talk at all. I mean, he just does not put up with that, because that is the culture killer. He calls it a cancer. You know, it just takes one bad apple to bring the whole culture down, which he spent 12, 13 years to build up. and unfortunately, and they were good techs.
Well, he's
But
right
after
though.
a short time, yeah, oh yeah,
That's the kind of the way it's got to be.
you know, but they'd come by some union companies where I don't know that much about union companies. We don't have that big of a call for it. That's not the right word. There's just not a lot of union down here in Atlanta, but we got a couple of them, and I think in the union they kind of get lost in the shuffle and just kind of here, go do your job, and seems like a more, I guess, an easier place to work. And then you come in and you have the strict structure that is more geared towards taking care of the customer and putting the customer first. And so I think all the union stuff here is all commercial, industrial stuff. So they come out thinking, oh, I'll go do residential. That'll be easy. And find out it's a whole nother recipe.
Yeah, it's definitely too different. There's a lot of unions up here, but it's not crazy. I don't think there's that many residential guys. Oh, we got somebody coming in. Let me get him into the scene. Where are we going here? There we go.
There he is.
What's up, guys? You hear me okay?
Yeah, you're good, my man.
The prep table teardown master.
Yeah, I just saw that video pop up.
Yeah, just worked on that thing all day. Finally got it done. That was like an hour and something long before I chopped it up.
Yeah, it looked good though, man. I mean, I didn't watch the whole thing yet, but from when I saw it, it looked good, man.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I just posted it up a little bit ago. I was working on it a little longer than what I figured it should have taken, but there's so many things you got to chop out to kind of keep things flowing. And it's like, you don't want to give too much away so that, don't get people mad at you. But at the same time, you're like, what's the point of even doing it if you're not going to show people what you're doing? So, yeah.
That's true.
Takes a lot of time to do it.
Yeah. I've been trying to catch up on some videos, and I mean, obviously, you guys, I like your videos, but I was watching and I'm not going to say his name right. I think he's been on with Zach, like Shop Talk Zach. The guy Zach Quality HVACR or HVAC YouTube channel. I really like his channel, like the one man band.
Yeah, he's definitely got some nice videos. He's got the photography background. I mean, that's what I think really sells his videos because, I mean, his production value is really nice.
Yeah, I was watching some of his.
He sets up with 3 or 4 cameras, and I think he did a video one time where he showed all his stuff.
What's that?
See them, they'd be like, "What the hell are you doing with the drone and everything else?" They'd be like, they'd shut me down in a heartbeat. I'm lucky I'm even able to do it as it is. So I'd be pushing my luck if I went that route.
Yeah, no. Well, there's the guy, Ryan Hughes is the one with the drone, isn't he?
Yeah, Ryan's got one too, but I mean, Quality did it first. I mean, his are all kind of, pretty elaborate. I mean, all kinds of different takes, different angles, and all that stuff takes a lot of time. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, I have all these different things. I just don't ever use them. So it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's mine. That's what I shoot with.
I forgot my GoPro on Friday, so I used my phone. I really don't like using it. I don't have a tripod or anything like that, so I end up having to stop it when I want to do the work, and it's like, oh shoot, I can't even record myself doing it. Where my other one, I got a magnetic base on my GoPro. I just wherever I want it at, and I do my thing. It makes it so much easier.
Well, one thing that I've learned from watching videos and things that I have done wrong myself, and I don't have some big YouTube channel, so I don't want to talk like that, but is content is king. It's always content is king. Get your video out. Eventually, as you grow, your videos will get better. See, that was my problem. I thought, let's go out and buy the best cameras, the best lights. Let's get this, and then I'll put really good videos out. No, it's not the way it works. So,
the basic thing is just get started and start doing it. I mean, if you look at I was going through my very first videos that aren't up right now. And, I mean, not only was I like a lot.
Oh, I think your You're frozen there, Rick. Got Mr. Steve sneaking out the back door. Rick's frozen. What's up, Eric M?
Chris, you froze. Chris
Yeah.
is frozen.
That's Rick, not
Yeah,
Chris.
it was talking about videos. I use this for my microphone. Sometimes I shoot myself with it on. But this is what they call a hyper corduroid. Is that right? It's directional.
Yeah.
It does not pick
Are you
anything up.
back?
Yeah.
Let me switch back to the other angle then. There you are.
There,
Looks like I'm blocked up there though.
Yeah, your camera's locked up. We can hear you,
Yeah.
but
It's my internet. My internet went down, and I think she's watching videos up there. And yeah, how the hell am I not getting? It says no internet on my connection, but yet I can hear you. So that don't make no sense.
We can hear you too.
yeah.
Loud and clear.
I see myself from the bottom. I'm moving down there, but at top, you like where I'm backstage. I'm like not added up there.
Yeah,
I
I wonder
frozen.
if it's not getting the speed it needs.
Well, it seems like I'm lagging in my video.
No, you're not. You think about stuff too much, Mr. Steve. Jesus. You when it gets on there. Yeah, no, it's I mean, this live feed and what they see, there's always gonna be a little bit, but yeah, no, it's good.
Okay. But yeah, I was talking about videos. I've always, he's gone again.
It's fine. He can pop out and come back
Um,
in. I'll just switch off of him for now.
Yeah. I just use this. And what I went and did a bunch of research. And when I first started cutting videos, I didn't have this. But I'm doing residential. I'm right there at the furnace or the air conditioner. A lot of times it's running, and these phones just pick up so much ambient sound that you couldn't hear what I was saying. It's like, and I'm spending 45 minutes to an hour trying to edit out the background sound, and it just didn't work. So I bought that, and I can get right up on the condensing unit and look down in that fan, and that thing doesn't pick up any of that fan noise at all.
I use this like I'm Bob Barker. Well,
There you
hello,
go.
everybody. I am fixing this air conditioner right now. I'm about to change the contactor. Let's go in to see what I'm doing.
Come on down.
Yeah, no, I used that Rode Wireless Go, but I did get this interview thing. My whole plan was when I go back to HR, but I mean, that's not going to happen. At least not this year. Just for doing interviews. So you literally just take that little box and plug it in the microphone. The receiver goes on the camera. And then you can have it as a microphone. Oh, we got Mr. Rick coming back. Let's keep him backstage. Make sure he's good before we let him come back in. Go back to number 2. And there we go. Oh, hold on. I can't hear you now.
He's moving.
There we go.
There he is.
There
You didn't want to hear what I was yelling a minute ago.
Were you saying curse words?
That happens every now and again. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here, I'm going to let you guys talk into the mic.
The windows out. It said the internet went down, which we've been having dropouts lately for some reason. And she's up there watching the Masked Singer or whatever, and so that's going through. But I have no idea. I mean, I am wireless, but I've never had a problem with this wireless before, so I don't know.
Yeah, see, I normally don't have internet problems because I'm hardwired and I have a connection coming in just for the podcast. So I have that Verizon, what is
Sweet.
it, the 1 gig or 1 whatever that service is. So because we don't do any cable, so we're all streaming. So I have one that comes into the house for the house, and then one that comes in for me. So I'm not having, and I'm going to do that when I move too. It just works better. So all of my phone and my devices are connected to that.
Is that like
Yeah, we
business account or whatever?
No, it's actually, it's, I would like to get business. It's still residential. It's called, what the hell? Somebody in the, I was trying to see, can I join the hangout? You can come in, Eric. I can have, 2 more people So if you email me at hvacuncensored@gmail.com, and I'll send you a link, man, you're more than welcome to come in. What the hell? 1 gigabit. That's what it is. 1 gigabit, I think it is, service. So I have 2 1 gigabit services coming to my house. One is for my house. So we have, when you look on our like the phones come up, one says KV House and one says Uncensored Network. So Uncensored Network is for me only, and I'll make sure nobody has the password.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I need more up speed. I think is a lot of it, because I mean it 10 to 12 areas what my up is, but my down is like 100 and something. But down don't do you no good when you're broadcasting.
Yeah, it gets there's this software. That's why I kind of like this. It's gotten better with this being able to bring people in. That's why I like this Ecamm Live, just because it's not very, even though my computer can take it. That's why I built this machine for that. It's not resource heavy.
It seems like there's a lag from what I'm seeing, like on there between what we got going on. I mean, can you tell the difference there?
No, that's why I say it's from what you see in our little side thing that only we can see. It looks like it is, but from watching it, as long as you don't pay attention to it, you'll never know. Yeah.
Okay. I'm watching the one that I think direct link or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm watching it on my phone, and you're not lagging or jumping or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a time frame difference, but you're not jumping.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what was going on there, what have you.
I really wish this software, if it could record individual audio tracks, I'd probably get rid of a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, I'm using another mixer, a digital mixer built into the computer, plus my actual physical mixer to have less problems, which was one of the issues I was having when I was going live. I had audio issues when I was going through Streamlab or StreamYard. And I think we're going to try a different capture device tomorrow instead of the one, the StreamYard, because we're using Streamlab as our final output device. And that gives you all the flexibility and stuff. So.
Oh, you're using Streamlabs?
Streamlabs is my final output, and then we were using StreamYard as the capture device. And then audio became an issue because basically you've got my mixer is not really even mixing everything. So it's really more of an audio interface more than it is a mixer. So that's where I had a bunch of issues. And every time I bring on the other guys from HVAC Overtime, it always would act up. And it's like we'd have echoes, then we'd have delays, and then no audio at all. And finally got it figured out after I started watching a bunch of other YouTube videos and stuff. And so that's what I'm
to
using
my
now.
world.
Yeah, it was a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
That's why when we were having some issues, I kind of laughed, because it's like I had the same issue. And tonight, Brian Orr was having issues with his, but his computer took a crap. So
yeah, it happens, man. Sometimes it's
happening now.
Yeah, now we're getting a feedback thing. I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah, sometimes like it would be so frustrating because everything would work, and literally when I'm done, I don't change anything. I just turn things off. Like I even have like remotes for everything. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. God damn it.
Yeah.
Wide angle. Hold on. I have remotes to turn off different things. So when I would come back and just turn it all back on and then something wouldn't work, people are like, "Oh, it's your stuff." I'm like, I didn't fucking touch anything. What do you mean it's my stuff? Like, sometimes it wasn't, but sometimes it was. And it gets so damn frustrating.
yeah. Yeah, well, it happens. I've been happy with the camera though, man. It's doing a really good job.
You got the 6,000, right? Or which one did you get?
Yeah, I was going to get the 6400, but honestly, it sounds like it has just as many problems as the 6000 does.
Yeah, I think a lot of times there's a lot of
camcorder. It can only record for like 17 minutes, 20 minutes, and supposedly even your A3 has issues with it.
Yeah, but a lot of them don't. None of mine have never like the 6400 doesn't have record limit.
I've been told that even it'll overheat and shut down if you record with it. Now I'm not talking about like live streaming. I have no problems with live stream because it just stays on. But if I was to record and supposedly the heat from the card and the viewfinder and all that crap supposedly causes the camera to overheat from what I been seeing and was told even from the guys at Best Buy.
Yeah, I've never had it. So yeah, live streaming because you're not recording. So when it's actually recording and using the battery, like all mine have dummy batteries in them. So that takes it. To be honest, but like I recorded one of my son's baseball games in the summer, and I was out hot with the 6400, and I had like this real big like wrong way expensive lens on it, and I didn't overheat. So
Really?
yeah, I don't know.
I pulled back on it. I bought the lens, like you said. I mean, for what I spent on the camera and the lens, I could have bought the 6400, but
So which one did you get? The Sigma 16?
yep.
Yeah, it looks
Yep.
good, man. Your picture looks good. That I'm telling you, so this right here is the Sigma 30 millimeter because it's a close-up shot, and then this angle, that is the 16 mil. But I have that camera is like 15 feet over there. So I used to have that closer, but I like the closer angle. Those two lenses for Sony, you can't beat them for the money because both of those for what they cost. That Sony lens right there is like almost $2,000. If you get Sony branded.
Funny. I've been happy with it. I mean, the focus speed on it's really fast, and then I added some RGB lights that made a humongous difference. The color factor is like 97%, whatever they call it. So, I mean, that's why I purposely got it a little dark in the back, and then I use that for different colors depending on the week. And then I have a hair light back there, which will actually show up there. So, but it. I've got the 4-piece lighting thing, so.
It looks good. My picture looks off tonight because these are too bright. My Elgato lights, they're awesome lights, but they got disconnected from Wi-Fi, and now I can't get them connected. I'm happy they're on. They're just bright as shit, and I have no way to turn them down because I don't have control of them right now. They're kind of going haywire. But it's all good.
I got mine low. I'm like at 20% brightness. I mean, I can light this thing up like stupid bright, but I purposely wanted the blowout in the back. And then, when she's in here with me, she's a lot lighter skinned than I am. So she like bounces the light back into the camera big time. So I can't make the lights too bright. So that's why it's a little darker, but I have it on purpose like that. And I think my ISO, I'm running low. It's like maybe 100, 200.
Yeah, that's normally mine are always low. The only one that has to change sometimes is this camera that I'm using because it was just easy. I have the A7 III is over because I was using that for something. So this is that Sony ZV-1.
Which one's that one?
This one.
The ZV-1, is that new?
That little one, yeah. This one. Oh,
is that the one they came out with just recently that was supposed to be made for podcasting and stuff like that?
Like vloggers and stuff. Yeah, I love this. Yeah. This is the one I take out because it's so compact. It's really, really, really neat.
It was priced pretty nice too.
Look at some of these questions. Yeah, I just emailed you back, Eric.
Well, y'all got me worried talking about them nice cameras. Mine seems to have gone out of focus. Let's see if it'll reconnect there.
No, you look fine.
Yeah. Well, it got out of. I think when I jumped up, it went out of focus and never came back in. I think that's better now.
You notice it more when the picture's bigger.
Yeah.
Big picture.
Small right here.
Small picture diagnosis.
Watch out, he's gonna sue you.
Well, that's why I've been making my humongous diagnosis. Yeah, it's huge. It's huge.
I'll make my basic diagnosis.
That's funny.
It is what it is, bud.
Let's see who's still in here. You guys make very good videos. There's any. What is that? Elveline, you guys make very good videos. There's no need for me to make videos. I don't think that way, man. There's always a need. Everybody always has a different perspective, man. So don't think that way.
Always.
You guys make very good videos.
Everybody has a different delivery, and somebody's going to enjoy it better than others. I mean, I didn't really start shooting videos until I came across Hoser. It was like, I can do that. I can do that. And he's got a whole different style. He's got his GoPros and he's basically working on Linux all the time. And basically all I see is trains. So just do it. I mean, get out there and do it.
Yeah, I mean, you
I
gotta, you
don't.
gotta be ready for people to try to tear into you, but it is
Yeah.
what it is.
Who
Whatever. It's
cares?
no worse than what it is when we're face to face.
Or
So
the homeowner questions.
I don't get too many of them. I mean, I get a few here and there, and I don't want the liability because I mean, I never thought about it until was told a story from one of my old managers long ago, and he's like, I told the guy how to like this pilot, and next thing he knows, he got like it backfired on him, and that ain't good. So yeah.
Mm, no, I always ask. I ask and I tell them, just tell them I shoot training videos. Is it could be a problem if I just focus in on your camera and your furnace only? That's all I'm going to be filming. It's like, oh no, that's great. Do it.
Be like Steve
Like,
Laugh.
okay. That's
Just
it.
tell
If
him
it,
deal with it.
yeah. So if I post it, here's my here's my YouTube. Maybe you'll see your furnace on there, but that's all you're going to see, and they're good with it. And
I
usually,
had
if it's
one
a problem
guy ask
call
for
or
it,
a basic,
and he said, "Fine, no problem." And then he called in, kind of, well, how much am I going to get off of this quote here for letting him record and blah blah blah. And I never used his footage, and I never will now because the guy still
uh,
hasn't paid his bill yet. It was a crappy thing that he was referred to us by one of our loop specialists that does geothermals, and I had a funny feeling I should have collected on this guy, and I didn't. I should have.
People always trying to find a reason. What's up, Josh Moore? How you doing, man? It says Darth Schrader. What's up, man? See, Zach is back.
you know who
see-
Darth Schrader is?
No, who is that? Is that Miss Susie?
Jessica.
Oh, that's Jessica.
Yeah. Susie, Miss Susie. I'm sorry.
Oh, Miss Susie. I was gonna say because I saw him saying Miss Susie. So, what's up, Miss Susie?
Yeah. Darth Schrader.
That's cool. I like that. That's a cool
Yeah.
name.
Well, I see that Jessica and Susie has been talking about doing a show. We need to get the both of them on here and break them in. Let them start their chit chat. We get a ladies podcast going.
It's good. They should. I mean, there's a lot of ladies out there now that are, they're out there kicking ass. I mean, it's it really isn't a man's game. I mean, especially in the residential market. I mean, I see a lot of females that are out there doing what they got to do.
Mm-hmm.
They're kicking the guy's ass, and I hate to say it, a lot of times we go and it's the wife's at home while the husband's working or something. You got a woman that goes in there, the wife's bonding with her more than this greasy dude coming in with, looking all scruffy. So I think they,
It makes them feel more relaxed.
yeah. So I think they have just as good an opportunity as anybody. So I'm glad to see. I know, like I said, the one we interviewed, Coral Whale, she's out in Colorado. I mean, Christ, she does like, $1 million a year, and she's a fucking maintenance tech.
Wow.
We only got like one in our town. I had one in my class when I first went to school, but she ended up getting pregnant and ended up dropping out and didn't do nothing more with it. But they're not very popular around here. So, I mean, there's only like one that I know of in this area. Otherwise, there's none around here.
I see them driving around Atlanta every
Bigger
once
city.
in a while.
My town's small. I mean, our population's maybe 35,000 now. So, I mean, we're not very big.
I'm glad you put that 1,000 on the back. You kind of hesitated at 30. I was like, 30.
No, 30,000.
Okay.
We're small cheese, man. That's why when you see in the background, I've got cornfields and everything else out there. It's hillbilly country out here.
That's awesome.
We're just close enough to West Virginia and Kentucky, so we got a little bit of that, along with the Detroit slang. So we got a little bit of mix of everything out here.
That's funny. Ricky Hurd said his company is female owned, and his general manager is also a lady. What the hell is going on?
My uncle had a company. He ended up passing away, and his wife took it over, and they're ran by her. And I think she's like had a couple guys help with it, but I think now she just runs it herself. So it's surprising they don't have this chat thing up here on the top though, so that you can kind of look at both. I don't think I can drag that chat somewhere, can you?
Yeah. Well, the only thing I hate about the one that comes through this thing is you can see it, but I can't respond to it. I thought I
I
used to.
opened up another window on YouTube, paused the video so we wouldn't get problems with it, and then I'm watching it through that way.
Oh,
But I've got my big monitor up top here because it kind of aligns me with the camera, so I'm looking at the camera kinda.
Yeah, I used to be me. I didn't know about you guys, but I used to be able to comment back from here. But for some reason, I don't know why it doesn't. It's not letting me do it right now.
No, I got mute, hang
yeah.
up, and share screen, and mine at the bottom plus you three, us three. It's across the top and light and dark. That's it. It's very. Wait a minute. I guess there is a.
Yeah. Yeah. Hit that little chat box. On my screen, it's right. It's over you.
Yeah,
There
so
we go. That's better.
And normally you'll be able to tell because it'll have a little YouTube thing or a Facebook thing next to them to tell you where they're coming through at. I haven't seen a Facebook person in a while though. Are we still? Yeah, we're still on
How do you
Facebook.
respond to that though?
Yeah, I can't respond on my end either.
I don't think you can respond, can you? No.
Oh no, we got somebody else. Mr. Eric is coming through. Let me assign him and let's change us to 4 people.
Oh boy, now I got to close my door because my background's showing.
Ah,
You're like,
Yeah.
there we go. Just got to stretch this thing over a little bit. There we go. That's better.
yeah. You just changed everything, Gil. I can see my wicker
going
chair
on?
over here. My wicker
What's up,
rocker.
Eric? How you doing, brother?
Good. You guys hear me all right?
Yeah, you sound fine, man.
All right, just checking.
We're all good. It's funny. Eric used to be on like different live streams and like the hangouts and stuff all the time, weren't you?
Yeah, I have a lot less free time these days. Wife and kids will do that.
Oh, trust
Well,
me,
kid,
I know all about
but
that.
Still,
Yeah, I thought you were familiar because I don't know if I've ever actually talked to you personally, but I definitely saw you on those in those hangouts. I kind of miss the old-fashioned hangouts where it was just like there wasn't really a plan. It was just kind of bullshitting and coming on and seeing different things. It was always a good time.
Kind of like
because,
tonight.
Exactly. Just coming on and BSing because sometimes the shows and the podcast and there's a lot of stuff that goes in to make those things happen behind the scenes, and sometimes just turning the microphone on and just talking is enough sometimes. Anyway, that is pretty awesome. Well, I'm going to let you guys talk for something for just a second while I go take a squeeze. Since we have enough people, I can do that now.
Nice.
sounds good.
Where are you from, Eric? I don't think I've ever seen you or talked to you before.
Florida, South Florida.
Mainly
What part? How far down?
Jensen Beach.
Don't know that one. What's that around?
So north of West Palm Beach, near Port St. Lucie, but most of the
Okay.
places around here people haven't quite heard of. So
Yeah, I know Port St. Lucie.
some south of that.
Yeah, I'm up here in Atlanta. My daughter's down in Palm Bay.
Yeah, Palm Bay. That's about an hour and a half north of me.
Yeah, she's north of you. Yeah, she's been there for about 3 years. 4 years military, moving around.
It's a nice area.
So, yeah, she likes it. She likes it. She likes hot. There's no way I could live in Florida. I don't like a heating and air guy, and I hate the heat. I don't mind the heat, but Florida, that's a whole nother heat.
I moved
it
from
is-
Pennsylvania down to here because I don't like cold, but then again I do refrigeration, so I get to go from Florida heat to a negative 10-degree freezer back to Florida heat.
Wow.
Like a good
That's always
time.
fun. No, you get a massive headache.
Can be.
I can imagine.
I always like it when it's 30-some degree cooler isn't that bad, and then now as it gets colder, now it's more of an issue when it's colder outside. Of course, if you're in Florida, you have no clue what that means, but yeah.
Well, like I said, I was up north for the first 15 years of my life. I know about cold. I just don't like it all the time.
Where was you at?
Pittsburgh area of Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So
I'm in
cold-
Ohio,
cold-
so it's pretty much
Cold enough,
Horizontal.
right?
yeah. Same crap. Definitely.
We mainly do grocery stores, or what do you take care of?
Mainly light commercial. I do some grocery when there's actually stuff going on around me. Not much. I'm not like a terribly knowledgeable grocery store mechanic, but mainly light commercial.
Very good. Well, I just hang out on the residential side. That's all I've ever done.
I
Just
did
stay
it
in the
for
attics and the crawl spaces.
I did it for a long time, man. Those attics get to me after a while. I happy to stay out of those for the most part.
Yeah. Sometimes they get a little rough, but pretty much being on the service side, you're not in there 20, 30 minutes, hopefully, in and out, and hopefully you can get it all fixed up by then. But those poor installers, I don't know how they do it in the summertime, or even down in Florida. Yeah, but y'all don't have a whole lot of attic equipment down there, do you?
No, it's very popular. Very popular.
In the attics in Florida?
Yep. It's not a good idea, but it's popular because, God forbid you give up 9 square feet to have your unit in a closet.
Exactly. I went to my daughter's house and her air handler's out in the garage sitting up on a pedestal, a 4-foot pedestal. It's like, that's sweet. I wish all the stuff I worked on was like that. But well, how did you get into the refrigeration? Just decided to switch, or?
I've been doing it off and on like my whole career. Like one of the first company I ever started working with back when I didn't know anything and I was just basically a helper was Market Refrigeration. So like the first year and a half, 2 years in the trade was all, helping with remodels and installs, doing that, which is basically amounts to nothing but running copper piping and hangers and insulation.
So you're a master brazier now?
I mean, I guess
you don't have to test your joints anymore. You've mastered that.
I know when I have to test them. You know what I mean? If you're in a precarious spot, you can kind of get a feel for how good did you get it. But then I got into residential for a good while. The company I worked for, they did a lot of residential and a lot of light commercial, like very light commercial, and kind of tried to move into the more commercial sector from there, which is where I'm at now, is all commercial.
Yeah, I never liked the commercial side. When I first started, I was with a company that did light commercial, 5 tons and down. They did a lot of business complexes, and I was a newbie. And man, they would stick me up on those roofs all day long with 15, 20 cases of filters and 25 degrees and the wind's howling, filters flying off the roofs. And I said, no, I'd rather just get up in a cold attic and call it a day and be done with that. But
you do residential, Eric? Sorry, mister.
Not anymore. I've done quite a bit of it. Everything from little 1-unit houses. I've done houses that had like 30 some systems in a residential house, like for obviously very wealthy people. But I don't care for residential at all anymore, just because of mainly the attics. I can't bring myself to crawl in attics anymore.
Well, and down there you have a lot of them, right? Bye, Zach. Thanks for coming, man. I appreciate you.
yeah.
See, Florida has a lot of attics. Like, you guys don't see a lot of basements there, right? Like, at all?
Well, I've seen a couple crawl spaces. That's the closest thing you'd really have to a basement here, because our water table is so high. You can't really have basements.
Yeah. Yeah. What, a 3-foot water table and hit water.
Yeah. I mean, not very high above sea level, and for the most part.
Sorry, my wife decides to send me.
Pushing buttons again.
No. It's since all my Apple stuff is connected, my wife wants to text me a bunch of dumb things.
I think it's neat you do refrigeration. That's actually what I started off doing when I went to tech school, was refrigeration, air conditioning, refrigeration. And it was neat because all the stuff in our dining hall was purchased with our classroom's budget. So all the walk-in coolers, walk-in freezers was purchased with our classroom's budget. So we had live stuff to work with, and ice cream machines and ice makers. And so I got to work on that for about a year and a half while I was in school.
That's what
And
I
it was cool because the since it was our equipment, our classroom's equipment, the instructor would go and he would go tear it up. I mean, he threw me for a loop when I was there with my book for all day, and he went and injected. At the end of the day, he told me that he went and threw a couple ounces of water into the system. It kept freezing up at the metering devices. Like, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? I'd pump it down, change the TXV, and he just looked at me, shook his head, turned around, and walked away. You know, but it was good. It was good. It was neat. I enjoyed that. I worked for this one little small company, and they did some gas station stuff, and I think I didn't like that refrigeration stuff too much at that point. So, but everybody's got their niche, you know. This industry is big enough for everybody to do something.
Yeah, I loved it. What's up, Dylan? Just want to answer him real fast. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. See, lights going haywire. Yeah,
they shut one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's flashing because I'm trying to connect it over here on this other monitor. But yeah, with my dad, when I started out, it was all refrigerate. We did refrigeration, kitchen equipment, all commercial stuff. And then when I first left him, it was all refrigeration, industrial, stuff like that. I'd kind of just backed my way into residential. I guess since I have a big mouth is why I liked residential, only because dealing with the customers, it was their money. So I felt like it was like building that relationship and that rapport of, you know, being an honest guy was different versus having going into a commercial building and, you know, which one's not working? It's on the roof. Well, you know, shit. I mean, which one is not working? But I do like having the mix of both. That's why we were building building a commercial side here. Which it's actually gotten kind of big pretty fast. So,
yeah. It's all how much you like
residential stuff.
I'm sorry. This is what happens when you get too many people. What'd you say real fast, Rick?
That's just saying that's what I started out into the residential stuff. That's why I kind of transferred over to what I'm doing now because I've done it majority of my time before coming here. I mean, I tinkered with the refrigeration, tinkered with, you know, where I came from, you did everything, plumbing, electrical, you did it all. And you just, you know, if you could make money at it, you were doing it. So that's kind of why I like doing the refrigeration more. Cause like I said, I've done the residential stuff forever and I'm just kind of was ready for new challenges and stuff.
But see, isn't that good inside of a trade that you can be doing something for 20 years and there's still another aspect that you can go to if you want to switch it up? Yeah, there's so many like I said, I went to school with a guy years ago who studied, you know, he was a good refrigeration AC mechanic, and now he works on dialysis machines. I don't know, but apparently it's like the same kind of what we do. It's very similar. He makes like 180 grand a year for hospitals. Apparently his dad got him the gig, but there's just so many avenues you can take with this. It's crazy.
Is that Chloe or the other one?
That's Chloe. This morning we had a real exciting morning. The one pug was walking sideways like he had a stroke or something. So that was a lot of fun. We went to the vet as soon as they opened, and now he's walking fine. So I don't know what happened with him, but she's come down here to say hi. And then she smelled my gum I took out, and then she wanted to get that. So
that's funny.
Yeah.
Jessica said, I'm from Kansas. I know basements. Yeah, we're
yeah,
lucky. We have a
right now. Majority of them up here is basements. We got some attics and stuff like that, but most of it's all basements or first floor. Some attics, but not a majority of them.
I just found out in the chat that we work for the same company. It's kind of what happens when you work for a statewide company with so many people. I'm like, you really work for the same company as me? Okay.
Oh, who does?
Jessica.
Oh, you work for Kalos?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Very good.
How big are they?
Kalos is pretty big.
I
Aren't
think
they?
They're big.
last I heard they had 200 employees,
Yeah.
but that was a couple to a few months ago. So I could be completely off on that count.
Have you ever actually
Yeah, I
met
think
Brian?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to meet
I
Brian.
actually, he made me the job offer here because I did like, by that point, a few podcasts with him. So he made me a job offer at Kalos from talking to me on podcasts. So that was kind of interesting.
Very
That's
good.
awesome. Yeah, I got to meet him at HR last year, and we were in Orlando, and Brian's a very, very cool dude. He's a very smart guy, man. I mean, smart is an understatement.
I
Brilliant.
was supposed to go to AHR, but I just couldn't. I went to the Kalos event that he hosted, and I was there with my wife and my newborn daughter at the time, who was like 2 months old. And it was like, after we did that, it was just too much. She wanted to go home, and I was like, yeah, it's getting to be a bit much. So we, went back home. But I was supposed to be there for Monday and Tuesday of AHR, but I couldn't make it.
Yeah, I wish I had went down for Brian's event. I really regret not doing that. I had some stuff going on, so there was I was lucky I made it for AHR, but I do regret not going to that event. Everybody I talked to that went there said it was awesome because I was hanging out with Chris from HVACR videos down in AHR.
Yeah, I met him there.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. He said it was awesome talking to him.
Yeah, I went, and it was awesome. It really
So
was, and he's planning on doing another one.
We may have seen each other
posted
there
that.
then.
Yeah, well, he
Passing.
probably did. Probably did. But yeah, he posted he's going to do it again. I think this March. Do another one, or trying to get it together anyway.
Oh, nice.
So I'll see if I can't. I already sent my boss a picture of the event. It's like, heads up, I'm heading back down again.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
it was good times. I think he had me when Dick Wurs was speaking. I was handling the microphone at that point. I was trying to get people to actually
walking around,
ask their questions into it, but
I remember that.
I didn't
sitting
do
in the
so
back.
good at that.
Yeah, that was cold that day too.
Yeah, people were asking their questions and nobody else could hear the question. I was trying to tell people, hey, wait, let me get the microphone to you, but I didn't do so good at that. So,
Have to get one of them big long booms. Tell Brian to buy a big old boom where you can just hang it over people.
Mm-hmm. Well, people were just blurting out the question, and it was good, but it was just I couldn't get over to them fast enough so that everybody could hear the question.
Well, he said it was a learning experience on his first go around, and I'm sure it'll be much better and organized this go around. But hey, I think it went off flawlessly. I was amazed that he was able to pull an event off like that in
was
such
a
a
lot
small
going
space. It really was.
Hard. It was hard to decide looking at the event because there'd be like 3 or 4 things going on at once. Like, which one of these do I want to go to?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's how AHR is. There's so much to do there. A couple of days, like really, it should be a week long, because just walking around how big it is and wanting to see everything, and then the little side classes and stuff they have, it's a lot. And then when you're there for us, and like I have to podcast, so I have an obligation to podcast while I'm there. Go spend time with sponsors, and then you just want to be a normal HVAC tech. I want to see the sites, and those places are huge. It sucks Chicago's canceled, but I will be in Vegas in 2021. That's for damn sure. I'm just gonna leave all my credit cards home, bank cards home. Just gonna take a certain amount of money with me, and whatever is, we'll make it work.
And already
Hey, Gil, Randy has made it into the house.
What's it?
Randy and Luke.
Oh,
You probably ain't in on that little joke yet.
yeah, I'm not sure.
You don't know Luke? Luke, his dog?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool, Jessica. For sure. We'll definitely hang out in Vegas. I'll take you guys out to dinner or something. Craig said the land of lost wages. That's funny.
Yeah, I won't be traveling that far.
There you go.
I'll go to Claremont. That's about it.
Oh, I thought there was somebody else in here I didn't know about.
No, the dog barking.
Yeah.
That's Luke.
Yeah.
We'll fill you in on that, Kill.
Yeah, please do. I've been
Gotta
gone,
watch
so
over.
I've missed a lot.
Yeah, he's on overtime. Their number one fan for sure.
Oh, I think maybe I don't know. Because a lot of times I watch overtime stuff after the fact. Like I don't watch their show live, but I do watch it after the fact. Ryan's.
I have a hard time with that. I don't like, I've never listened to a single podcast I've been on with anybody else, and I don't watch any of my own stuff. So a lot of my videos are probably terrible because I never actually like review them to edit them properly.
Yeah, it's.
I watch mine so many times while you're editing that you're so sick of it. And I'll get made fun of by the wife. She's like, "You're watching that again?" I'm like, "I want to make sure I didn't make any other mistakes." You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I do.
it's.
Like,
I've got one video I've been trying to finish up for. Well, I was in Florida. I was going to finish it when I was in Florida when we was going to do our thing. What, a month or so ago? I still hadn't finished that thing. I got about 10 minutes left on it, and just
that's where I'm
can't
at.
sit down to do it. But
I
I'll
just
sit
say
down.
screw
Yeah.
it. I do it one take, I upload it, and I don't even watch it to like proof view it. So
Oh, that's good. That's the way to do it.
I don't know. I
I'm
don't
like
know if
I'm
it's
like
good.
Rich.
It's probably not
Well,
good, but I get more content.
It's live though. It's live, unedited, and that's good.
My last
I'm
video, I
like
got
Rick.
8 people saying there's no audio, and then some other people saying there is audio, and I'm like, I don't even know what to say to that.
Yeah.
Maybe there is, maybe there isn't.
Yeah, I'll have 30 minutes worth of footage and edit for what, Rick? 2.5 hours for 30 minutes
Yeah.
worth of footage.
Days, I didn't even know what I wanted to make it on. I've got so many that are just kind of half there and just like, well, that one's not that great. This one's not that great. And then the ones I think that suck end up going better than the ones that I thought were great. And it's really weird. Doesn't make sense sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird how that is, because you'll put stuff up and then you'll get like these requests for other things. And you're like, I didn't even realize people wanted a video on that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the best one that, or the most views and likes that I have, was one that was release of a newbie. The guy had been riding with me for about 3 or 4 months, and this was our last day. And I asked him, I said, "Can I video this day?" And we must have done 4, maybe 5, just all PMs. I think maybe one was a no cooling, but that damn thing was 45 minutes, 50 minutes long, which is apparently that's a no-no. You don't do a 50-minute long video, but that has gotten the most views and the most likes. And yeah, it's amazing. Everybody says, and all the video YouTube commentaries you watch, it's like, oh, keep it 7 to 10 minutes, 12 minutes max. But this one has gotten the most.
Well, they talk
When
about
I
it's because of the
go
algorithm.
9 minutes, because most of the time they're lucky if they spend more than 50% to 55% the whole time, because they always leave early. And when I go longer ones, I mean, when I look at the stats, it does better, because it's like your views are up. Because I mean, the more the people are viewing, the more they're staying longer. All those things make their algorithm say, yeah, this guy's actually doing something that's keeping them around, which means we can put more commercials in there, we can make money, and it seems to do better. And then when I put one out there, it doesn't do so good, like the boiler one, which I was surprised the first time I did one. And granted, it was summer, maybe that's why it didn't do very well. But then the next one actually did really well. So it's kind of weird what will work one time and then not the next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I always say that it has to be content is king. You can't really think about it sometimes, because it's just sometimes there's just not much you can do about it.
And I think a lot of it depends too where people live at. I mean, Florida probably don't have a bunch of geothermals, and they probably don't have a lot of boilers. I mean, it's warmer. Why would they? So, I mean, I think that kind of narrows me down on my viewing audience, unless they're curious about it, or if it's commercial, then maybe different. But that just is my guess why maybe it might be down more than others.
the thing
I
is,
think
we
a lot
don't
of
have a
it-
lot
I
of
think
geothermals, but we have tons of condo buildings that have water source heat pumps running off a cooling tower, which is the same exact equipment. So
Yeah. Yeah, we do a lot of high rises here in Atlanta. Some really, really expensive high rise stuff, and they're all geothermals or water source. And yeah, and I don't do those. We got a couple other guys, and they just do all the high rises. They keep me in the residential homes for the most part. But as far as who watches, I watched a lot of video guys, and I think you connect with people. Is you just find that one guy that you just connect with, and whether he puts out perfectly beautiful content or not, the way he talks, his mannerisms, I think you have this connection with them, and they'll just follow you. You got people who was it anti-Ted? I mean, how many people have he got? He's got thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and he's kind of a rough guy. I mean, I like his stuff, but there's other guys that
It takes a while, I think, to build your audience, and then they get used to you. I mean, my personality comes off usually wrong. Most people don't understand me because usually I come across as arrogant, rude, blah, 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 which sometimes I am. But I've got my certain followers that are like the very first ones to watch it, and I enjoy hearing feedback from them. So a lot of that's my big reward, is hearing back from them and stuff. Because I mean, a lot of times it's like, why am I wasting my whole Saturday or my evening and stuff like that? Because I've been purposely trying to crank out 2 a week, which is even harder yet. And I'm trying to see if the views take off, the subscriber count takes off, just out of curiosity. So, because eventually you'll grow. It's just how long does it take to get there? So
I've been around and watching YouTube for a long time. So when quality of video is good, and the reason like AK stuck out so good and he grew is because of his quality of video, and nobody had seen that before, And I remember AK saying, he was like, I want to make mundane tasks look like something epic. But and obviously, since it's new and nobody does it, it worked out so well. But I think in our industry, people realize that we're not professional photographers. We're not videographers. We're HVAC techs. So I think it's your personality. It's consistency. If somebody knows every Tuesday, Gil's going to have a video, then, they're going to look for that on Tuesday. And then it's your quality of work, how you explain what you're doing. You show what you're doing. Like, don't be afraid to show mistakes, Like me, I can't believe, I'm only like a little under 2,000, but I don't have any videos. It's been all live streams. I know that if I actually put videos out, this channel would grow. The reason this channel has not grown has been my fault 100%. So I've seen enough other people, especially people that came after me, talking to people when I remember talking to Chris, HVAC videos, when he was like, hey man, I'm going to start doing this and doing that. And we were talking, and then Chris has been consistent as all get up, and that's why he's kicking ass now. You know what I mean? And you listen, you talk to Chris, and Chris is like, I don't go crazy with my videos. I think he shoots on his cell phone. He doesn't go crazy editing, but he's consistent. Every Monday he's doing a live stream, and he's got, I don't know how many videos. I don't keep up as much. So consistency is really big too. Yeah. So consistency is huge.
Yeah, I've been shooting now for Saturdays and like Wednesdays, and like one guy's like, "This is better," and I did notice that the Wednesday videos seem to do better, and then I can let it go even late at night, and because they're being on the east side, I've got 4 hours lag to California, so I mean they can still be it'd be 3 a.m, and they're just now getting ready to go to bed, and they're racking up my views, so it's kind of interesting. It doesn't always necessarily mean it, whether it's 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the evening or 7 o'clock in the morning, doesn't seem to really make a difference. The views come, it just eventually, might be a little slower. It's kind of weird.
That's why TubeBuddy is huge, and I don't know how to use it, but I know we've talked about this, Rick, but I watched AK use TubeBuddy to a T, man. Like, and he explained everything to me, and I remembered this much of it, but it definitely works as far as if you know how to use all the different things, and I don't, so I can't explain it, but I know I've seen people use it.
I mean, I play around on it and watch the stats, but I mean, it's not, I don't know. I don't see anything like my one video that I did a rooftop unit. I changed something on the compressor, but I did it real fancy in the beginning. You know, it had the music, it had cool transitions, it had all kinds of crap. That one got 47,000 views in no time flat. And it's like, what the hell? That's my biggest one yet. And it did it like, and I'm thinking my keywords weren't that great. And I went through and I've played the keywords and searched them. Oh, this one's excellent. It's not overly populated, blah, blah, blah. I use it and it's just blah. I put in something stupid and boom, it takes off. It doesn't make sense.
But see, it's not even just the keywords though. It's whether you do captions and you do like the cards inside your video. If
I'm
you
doing
look
the cards, I'm
as far
doing
as
the
the
in-screen,
times,
I'm doing hashtags, I'm doing the timelines, I'm doing the likes on Facebook, I'm doing pretty much almost all of them except maybe one or two because I don't do Twitter or some of that other dumb stuff. But you know, it for the most part, I'm doing all the things they're saying.
all right, well, fuck you then,
But-
Rick. Jesus.
Go to hell, man.
No,
Hang
I
it
mean,
up. Hang it up.
yeah, like I said, I don't know much about it, but I remember one night doing like, because me and Zach would do them a lot sometimes, like the private like Google Hangouts where they weren't like to the public. And I remember one time it was just me and AK, and he was going through all the different things that he did and why he did this and why he would put a video out at this time. And I'm like, oh shit, like okay, like all right. I don't remember any of it now, but you know, and not to get anything away from his videos. His quality videos were good too, but he definitely knew how to get the algorithm. I mean, if you search HVAC, I think like the first like 10 videos are his.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, like you said, he made changing filters look awesome because I mean, from what I gathered, he wasn't allowed to record at work much, so he wasn't able to show much of his work. So a lot of it was sitting at the desk talking about it, and he made it work. So
Yeah.
I think that's how he ended up scoring his new job and all that.
Yeah, with Navac. That sucks, man. I miss him on YouTube. I know he thought he started another channel that I saw for a little bit. I forget what it was
Not
called.
going nowhere near like his other one did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, you kind of hit lightning in the bottle. It's kind of hard to strike twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to strike twice. And the sad part is, you know, I really want this channel to get off, but it's, to me, and just being honest with myself, it's always, and it's never going to change. It's always going to be family, work, the podcast. Always. So the podcast is always going to get the time that's left over, especially with having younger kids and my kids playing sports and stuff. So it just is what it is. So I'm just going to make the best of it. I'm happy the podcast is taken off and done when it's done. You know, when we did the whole 100th episode, which really isn't a lot, but breaking 1 million downloads is pretty fucking amazing to me. Yeah, so whatever we get is awesome. But then in the back of my mind, just being that OCD person, I always know, well, what if I did put in more, you know? What if I did this? What if I did that? What could we really do? But sometimes you got to be realistic, though. It is what it is. I do this for fun. This isn't what pays the bills for me, so...
Yeah.
Thank you, Rookie. I appreciate you, man, in the comments out there. Yeah, I haven't said that yet. Whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed on YouTube, please do. We're going to start doing these every Saturday, 9:30. I will be here with someone. You know, probably Mr. Steve will be with me. We'll bring in other people. We'll have different topics, and you guys can call in. I mean, really, if someone's calling now, they can call in. I mean, I'll hook the phone up, and you guys can call in if you want to. Just let me know first. And we have room for one more person to come in too, if somebody wants to come in.
Well, what about Craig? Craig? Mr. Egan.
Yeah, because it's, so we're, you know, I'll stay on here for probably like another, 20, 30 minutes.
That's about all I'm good for too.
Yeah.
I got my 11-month-old alarm clock that's gonna wake up at 6 to 6:30. So
11 months old. Wow.
Yeah, congratulations,
Yeah.
man. I don't got any of that, but I got, so I have, well, two 15-year-olds because we have my son's friend who's living with us now. So my 15-year-old son, 12-year-old son, 5-year-old daughter, 3-year-old daughter. And those girls, when daddy's home, they got like a GPS on me because I cannot hide anywhere. I think they sniff me out. What
Well,
happened?
enjoy
to
it.
the
Enjoy
soil?
it. That's Before you know it, they'll be gone. Like I said,
Yeah.
mine are gone. They're both married now. And my oldest one's expecting her first. So I'll be a granddaddy again for, what'd she say? April, maybe, something like that.
Granddaddy, Jesus.
I
That's what happens when you go to high
know, it's
school with
crazy.
Jesus. So Miss Susie said, what happened to Corey? Said to Sormo. Corey's good. He's just doing his family thing.
Yeah. Yep. He has a standing invitation anytime we're on to come on, and he knows it. But, he's got two, definitely two, maybe three.
I know.
Three
I think
little ones.
he's
And
definitely got at least two. Oh yeah, Hughes
So
said,
he,
I enjoyed the stream, everyone. Steve, Gil, Rick, and Eric. So thank you, Hughes, man.
Thank you.
HVAC, we appreciate
thank
you,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Why don't you boot up the camera there, Ryan? Come on.
Yeah, come on, we got one
He's
more
trying.
person.
He's trying.
I gotta stop drinking this.
And Craig was saying he used to watch Reardon. That was one of the guys I first started watching.
Mine was Zach. I started watching Zach, and I was one of the people who said Zach is what introduced me to everybody else. Some people I guess I didn't introduce to. Well, I can't say that because I wouldn't be here right now. But
Like who?
John
I'm just
Israel
joking.
is
I'm
number
just
one.
joking. You didn't have to answer that.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We'll cut that out. Not really. Don't care. But
Too late
But-
now.
I don't. Anybody that knows me knows I don't give a fuck. But yeah, when Zach had his I actually have that somewhere. I bought that book because of Zach. That one he used to have in his original intro. So
Oh, what was that one? I remember seeing it, but I don't
Yeah,
remember
I
the
have it.
title.
Yeah, right here. It's the air conditioning second edition. Is this book right here?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Nice side discharge condenser that guy's working on from what I saw in that, or is that the panel off?
Is that
That's the
Is that-
top of it. Here, let me.
Oh, he has the top set next to it. Eh.
it's an old
You see
Chrysler,
my-
Whirlpool air temp, something.
I'm gonna break my
Yeah,
arm if I get any closer.
I can't really tell. If you can see my camera, you can see how blurry I am compared to everybody else.
Oh.
I'm surprised this laptop even works. It took me like 5 minutes to join the stream. I'm surprised I'm not lagging hardcore and actually people can hear me.
Yeah, no, you're good. We only had one person freeze up. Yeah, I was waiting for. I was waiting for him to say
The
something.
one that has an what do I got here? i7, 8 core, freaking 16 gig of RAM. And mine it's freaking internet though.
Yeah,
Even
some-
mine looks
finally
like a dragon because it's not crystal clear. At least it
you're-
don't look like.
Your picture looks good to
You
me.
sound, you look good.
Yeah,
Does it?
yeah. Mine's goofy because my lighting's off. I normally these things are way brighter than I normally do. Just the fact this camera can handle it, you can't tell the difference. But these things are, I'm getting like blinded right now. It's like sitting here talking to you guys, my eyes wide open. For some reason, I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi. I can't hook up these goddamn Elgato lights. This
Yeah, if
accessory
I go much
was-
brighter, I blink even more than I'm already blinking, and my one eye's weaker than the other, so it sits here and does one little thing all by itself and makes it think it's freaking winking at you or something. So I got to watch it, make sure it doesn't do weird stuff like that.
You are right, Miss Susie. Rookie is a great moderator. Rookie's my homeboy. I'm glad I got to hang out with him in Florida, in Orlando. I have this leak detector that I have to send to him. Yellow Jacket sent me some stuff, and I had to make videos as part of my agreement with them. And the one with the leak detector, I messed up. I lost the memory card, so I had to redo it. But that is yours, Rookie, just so you know, buddy. What's that?
Did they come out with a new one?
It is, but it's not as good as the other one. Here, I'll well, I guess you guys aren't going to be able to hear me, so hold on.
Well, we could still hear you, I think, but maybe not now.
If he yells. Well, you got two microphones hanging up there.
quite the setup.
Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn. How many cameras you got in that small cube you're in?
Oh, I got a lot.
I'm
I
gonna
didn't got them all.
sell a leak detector, and it's just gonna be like a magic 8-ball, and you're gonna shake it, and it's gonna say it's the evaporator.
Yeah. So this one is one that I've had, which was mine. I like this one, but I agree. I'm not really a big leak detector guy.
That's the same one I got.
So this one is really good. That's the one that has the infrared. They sent me this one, which is more they're budget friendly. It's new. Personally, I don't think it's good as that one. But it gets the job done. This is their new, more like budget friendly one.
It looks kind of cheap.
Yeah. But like I said, it does get the jobs done. It's pretty sensitive. I went through and put it through its paces, made a video. If I had to choose, I would definitely take the first one.
That other one's not cheap though. That one's like what, $480, something like that.
Oh yeah, no, it's not cheap. Actually, I didn't. Yeah. Never mind. I take that back. I didn't pay for any of them, so I forgot. I've been with Yellow Jacket for a while.
Yeah.
But,
hey, what do you do when you don't like it and they want you to make the video? Do you just make up a story or what?
Nope, I don't make a video. I will always. Yeah. I will always be honest. I'm not gonna tell one of these people, hey, you should go buy this, and then it's a piece of shit. I just won't do it.
That's what I did on my Infocon. I kept on the phone with them quite often if I had a problem. I mean, that's why I took almost 6 months, 7 months to make the video. Every time I'd run into something I didn't like, I was calling him, and he would talk to the engineers and get me an answer. And by the time it finally got done, I mean, it all was figured out and worked pretty good. But even at the tail end of my video I made on it, I'm like, the H10 is just a little itty bitty bit more sensitive because I had one leak where it found it. The H10 did a 134A leak in a cooler with like 35 pounds of pressure on it, and the Infocon didn't. So, I mean, granted, if it would have put more pressure behind it, it would have, but it didn't find it. So I'm like, what do you want me to do about this? I'm like, I'm glad you gave me the detector and all, but I mean, it was a refurbished one at that. They didn't give me a brand spanking new one. So it was like, what do you want me to do here? He's like, well, be honest with it. I'm like, all right, that's what I'll do. So that's why I threw it out there at the end. It's like, I'm not going to tell people to buy something if I don't think it's worth the money. That's why I told him also to go with the newest version, which was cheaper.
Yeah, they have a new scale, which here I'm gonna show all of them. The new scale I've rocked. That thing is pretty badass.
Now, is all the products still made in the U.S.?
As far as I know, yes. I don't want to lie to you though. This scale. I don't know if you. It's a wireless. It's comes with a case like that circle and the Y. It's the Y-Jack View app. This scale is pretty badass. Like, it's very accurate. I really like this scale. I mean, that's God's honest. And then this is their wireless kit for the P51 870s. And I've had the P51 870s since they came out. They sent them to me. And my honest opinion about those is, do they look as fancy as the Field Piece ones? No. Do they do all the same shit? Yes. The wireless probes, the connectivity has been good for me. I've had no problem. But one thing I will say, I have beaten the living shit out of those things, and they work every time. So that's
what kind of distance can you get on them?
To be honest, I haven't really tested the range. It's probably a good idea. I should probably do that. But I mean, I think I was, I'm trying to think of how far. No, I guess that really wasn't range. I really wasn't that far away. But, yeah, the P51 870, 860, whatever the nicer one is. I forget. I should know that. It doesn't look like it's all that fancy, but it does everything you need it to do. And that's one thing I give the Yellow Jacket. I do think they're a little late on some things as far as when they get it out, and maybe it doesn't look like it's all like, oh my God, this is great. Look at this. But every time I go to turn it on, it works. And to me, that's part of what I'm paying for.
Are they different?
What's that?
The man tooth. I mean, that's what they look like. Are they? But they're not called that. Are they different?
Yeah, no, they're not the man tooth. These
The man tooth was wired to the temp clamps, I believe.
yeah, these are
Those are all-
completely. So when you get it, it looks like this. So you have your temperature probes, your ones for your temperature repeater probe, and then the pressure probes. Actually, where I have a whole nother kit. Where the hell did I do with that? I don't know. I have so much shit out. I've like let people use stuff, and I don't remember where it is. But they have like magnets on the back of them that are pretty good. They it's.
Do they work with Measure Quick?
I want to say I don't think they do.
Oh man, we're gonna
That'll
have
be
to
a
all
big
harass Jim Bergman. Everybody in the chat, harass Jim Bergman.
Well, I think it would be about getting the licensing from them. So I know Field at first wouldn't do it, and I was about ready to take the field pieces and throw them out in the field because they were garbage. Their app sucked. I kept emailing them. You guys need to hire somebody else and fire whoever you've got doing this app because this app sucks. And finally, when MeasureQuick was able to, get the license to use whatever they've got going on, then I started using it. Now Field Piece is finally kind of caught up, but I still don't use their app. So
I have them, and I've never used their app once because I waited because a buddy of mine bought them when they first came out, and he's like, these things are terrible. He's like, I want to like throw them through the window of the place I bought them.
Yep.
It's still slightly annoying. You have to clean the suction line, or actually both lines to get a reading though.
On which one? The
Have
suction
a good
probe?
night, rookie. Sorry.
Suction probe on the field?
The field piece, the lines need to be really clean for the temp clamps to work.
Oh, yeah.
They work kind of electrically. They're not just temperature. They're not like a K probe. They got that called rapid rail. So
some sort of rail technology or whatever. Yeah, rapid rail technology.
I had the Testos for years, and I had the same probes for a long time, and the range kept getting worse with every update. So it seems like they were trying to I can't prove it, but I'm pretty sure in the app they were, kind of like the phone companies do, where they make your phone worse and worse until you want to buy a new one. I was literally at a rooftop unit, like a little 7.5 ton rooftop unit. And you know how you have the panels on to take accurate readings. Well, I was losing probes with my phone sitting on top of the unit, and the field piece, or not the field piece, the testo probes being 3 feet away through 22 gauge piece of galvanized sheet metal and losing connectivity. And I was like, I'm not getting the Gen 2 field piece because I've not heard anything good about them.
Yeah, my Testo smart probes were,
Testo, not field piece, the Gen 2 Testo.
The Testo.
Yeah. So my Testos were okay. The field piece ones I have, they've been pretty good. I have had no issues. The Sporlin smart probes were pretty decent. Actually, somebody won those. He's got them. He was in here earlier. HN's New York HVAC NYC or whatever. I did really I do really like the field piece ones. I had an issue with Testo. I had a bunch of the 550s, and the high side transducer would blow. I have 3 of them right now with blown high side transducers, and I talked shit about them one time on one live stream, and some Testo rep reached out to me, and they were like, if you stop saying that, we'll send you free, we'll send you the rebuild kits. And I was like, all right, cool. That's not why I did it. I was just being honest. Well, I never got the kit, so fuck you, Testo.
They sent me a hat because I said the same shit about their 557s. Because they threw me out. They told me the board for the replacement board was like $100. Next time I called in, it was 280 something, and that's why I bitched about having the 550s, which are, a lot of the guys like them, but they're garbage compared to the 557s. But they were almost $300 more, $200 more. So you get what you pay for. But that's what I use now is the 550s. But I got a newer set with a newer version software, and they still do dumb stuff. But for what you're getting for $250 or whatever, what do you expect? So they do the job.
I have original 550s that were still made in Germany, and they were like almost $600 new when I bought them. The one of the the temperature clamps, the plug and the gauges went, but that's kind of a common issue. But other than that, they still work. I had to send them back twice though for the suction pressure transducer, never for the high side.
Well, my 557s had the micron gauge built into it, which it was a joke. It was like anything under 500 microns, and it would do in increments of 10 or 50 or something stupid. I mean, it was a total waste of money. I wish I would have never wasted it on them. But the pressure transducers, they told me, were different than what was in the 550s, which is why I got better performance out of the 557s. But I didn't need, to do it over again to get, because those ones were actually made in Germany. The 557s were, but they were, $550, $600 or whatever. But at this point, I use the field piece and then the 550s for most general things. Which, in all reality, my biggest complaint was that they kept wanting to hang in there at 2 pounds after you were done, and then you zero it out, hook them back up, take them back off, and be 2 pounds off again. So, I mean, 2 pounds, that's less than 1% or 2. So, I mean, is it really that big of a deal? So, I need to quit being so.
The digital stuff.
Yeah, the 557s went right back to 0.
I had an analog pressure gauge that everybody loves to say are so reliable, be off by 50 psi. So
wow, not good.
I thought an R22 system was like about flat, and then I got my digital gauges because I only use those for quick checks, and I was like, wait a minute, no, it's fine. So I mean, anything.
Measure Quick wouldn't work with the field piece probes to go into a negative. So I had a system that was actually it was low on gas or completely out, and I thought it was working properly, and it totally threw my diagnostics off. And then come to find out, it wasn't until later that they did an update on it and then finally fixed it. But the field piece app did show that it was in a negative. So that kind of sucked and screwed me once.
Was it 134A?
It was on a cooler. Whoa, where'd everybody go?
I know it keeps happening.
I'm pressing buttons.
Gil's pushing buttons again. He likes to push buttons.
Yeah, he is.
What's the Masterbuilt thought it was a good idea to make 134A freezers for a while. Those would run in a negative on the low side on 134A.
I have a regular 134A reach-in upright chest type cooler, and it's no fan in it, and it's 34A, and it runs right into a pound or 2, something like that. So I do look pretty good there. So
it's a cold rail, no fan.
It's got the racks there that are your refrigerant loops. So I mean, it runs maybe a couple pounds, which I hate, but hell, most of the home refrigerators were all 134A until they went to this new stuff. So I mean, and they was able to pull it off. I don't like that when you're that close to zero and going into negatives when you get low or something like that. But
a domestic refrigerator is a freezer that diverts some air to the refrigerator side. Cool. So they run in a negative as well.
Yep. No dedicated evaporator in them. Except for these new ones, they want like, $3,000 to $6,000 for.
Yeah, I've worked on some what is it, the brand Sub-Zero before. Those are fun.
Yeah, I don't care for the residential refrigerators. We usually avoid that stuff, and we'll be like, yeah, it's got to be commercial. No, too much hassle getting. Oh yeah,
that's how residential goes. I'll work on my residence. I won't work on other people's unless it's like just ridiculous reward.
My refrigerator is something I changed the compressor in probably 10 years ago, and my mom and dad owned it before that, and it's still in great shape, so I can't justify spending money on a new one, not the price they're wanting out of them now. It's stupid. It's still running fine, so it's like, it even has, I think, a 3-in-1 freaking hard start kit on it because they didn't have a true, start relay kit for it, and the dang thing's still running, which is amazing.
Wow.
All right, my fingers are starting to get cramps pressing all these buttons. I finally got everybody's name on there. I got all these things here. I'm trying to do it. Like solo cam, when you're watching and it's like, hey, Billy's going to give us the weather. And then we go, hey, Billy, how's the weather going? Oh, back over here to the main camera.
But you messed up because my name's not all capitals. I don't know about these other guys, but my name's the first letter's capital, but the others are lowercase.
Well, that's just the way it is.
Be glad you have a name.
Yeah. So tonight you're Eric, not Eric.
Put it in there.
Why are we all yelling?
Yeah. That's so people can read. Like, what's his name again? Here, I'm gonna.
There we go. Hold
All
on.
right.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Right up the forehead.
That's funny. He said, Dallas. I said, "What's up to Dallas?" He said, HVAC Uncensored, Hot Pockets, and Diet Pib makes my night.
That's right.
That's funny.
I met Dallas at the Kalos event. That he said that was his idea of a vacation, which I thought was kind of odd, but to each their own, right?
Yeah. Well, it was funny that so many people went to that event and then didn't go to HR. You would think if you're there, like, or at least come for like a day. But it's also money. I mean, it's not free.
Well, I think we had free passes, if I'm not mistaken. I think
free, but I guess they have classes you can go to that you got to pay big money for.
Yeah, I think Brian had some passes. Yay!
Where'd that come from?
Pardon me. I'm sorry. I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I was playing with these buttons over here. My heart.
Do not do this at home. This person is a highly paid professional.
It's crazy talk.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them saved on here.
I added these out of my DJ collection into this thing, and it's like, okay, let's put all these other ones in here too. So she loaded up a bunch of them.
It's funny having different ones. I got so many now that I gotta put them in a folder because I got them all over the place, and it's when I need them now, I can't find the damn things.
Well, that's a little bit out of order here too. And then you always had Chris needing to go to the bathroom.
I need to go poopies.
So we had to throw that in there.
That's funny.
Every now and again, you get a hillbilly. So you had to throw a little bit of that, and then one of us start talking about some weird stuff.
Okay, I think we ought to move on because this is getting just a little bit weird.
Yeah, so crazy stuff.
That's good. I like those.
Yeah, it was a little bit of everything. So yeah.
Oh yeah, they always have those.
But yeah, and then Adam and those guys in so much, and then Chris. So I end up just throwing all of them in there and stuff, and then I even had NorCal in there for a while. I don't know where he went. He was on here for a while. I don't know where it went to. Then I had my own. So it's pretty neat though.
Nice. Yeah, I have the.
If you're trying to take your HVAC game to the next level, then buckle your
seatbelts.
Buckle up.
Some crack and sit back
Do
and
not
relax.
be offended.
Yeah. Grab a beer, stick your finger in your ass, whatever you want to do, but get ready.
5, 4.
I prefer just whiskey. Okay.
Oh yeah. Hey, whiskey's good. What you got, man?
Buffalo Trace.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. He's chugging it, man. Better be careful. A few more chugs of that, you might be having another baby tonight.
No, my wife crashed out on me early. We ain't doing any of that tonight. That's why I'm here. Normally I don't have time for any of these chats, but it's a rare occasion where she crashed out early and I'm not tired. So I was like, okay, I'll stay up and there's chats going on.
Hey, tell my wife I'll come up there and I'll just T-bone her while she's sleeping. By the time she wakes up, I'll be done. We're all good. Everybody's happy.
It was just a dream.
Yeah. Like, you're good, honey. Go to sleep. Love you too. Go to sleep.
Yeah.
All right, good.
You're doing good.
Pretty sure that's illegal, but I'll stop it.
Only if you get caught.
Yeah.
No.
Only if she presses charges.
She said, I do till death do us part. And
That's right.
she actually said it twice. I've married the same woman twice.
Interesting.
Yeah, no bullshit.
The first time didn't stick, huh?
Nah, we just got married young. We were high school sweethearts. So a lot of things happened, ended up going our separate ways and realized we were better together than we were apart. So we got back together.
Very
and
good.
Now we have all these children and, it's what it is. And
I told my wife.
I got to take my wallet when I leave just in case. So when I go back, it's, still there.
I told my wife we need to beat Brian Orr as far as kids, which we need to have 11, and she's not down for that. So I don't know.
Yeah. Good luck.
By 11, you don't even need to go to the hospital, man. That kid just walks out and slams the door behind him.
It's funny. I mean, and I only have 4 kids, so I'm not even close to Brian. But my one friend always tells me, he's like, "Gil, you couldn't pull out of a fucking driveway." I'm like, "Shut up, man." Oh God, that's funny.
Boy.
Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it. But yeah, I guess it's about time to get rolling here, man. I know tonight was just kind of willy-nilly. I really appreciate you guys coming on. I know Mr. Steve's a ride or die. He's always here. I thank you, Rick. And Eric, I'm glad I finally got to talk to you, man. I know I've seen you. I know who you are. That's why when you said you wanted to come on, I was like, yeah, for sure. I will be here every Saturday night. We'll try to do some kind of topics. I am going to we're going to put out the video podcast, but that won't be like this. It's pretty much just going to be a Zoom call that we'll just go back and forth. But so many people have been asking for the video version. I'm going to actually get it out. Before I used to try to like take all this time to make it perfect, and then all I did was like fuck it up, and then I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. So I'm just going to share it now. It is what it is.
That's what I do, man. I just post the videos. I don't look at them first. So, it reflects in the content, the quality of my content, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah. Hey, at least you have content. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what it boils.
Occasionally.
Yeah. Hey, whatever.
Well, you just got to put it out there. When I first started putting mine, I was talking to Chris, and he just said, just put it out there. He said, don't worry about anything. Just put it out there. So if you want to start doing the YouTube stuff and all the tags and all that, he said, you can do that later. Don't worry about that. And he said, just put it out there. If you want to put it out there, if it's fun and it's a hobby, do it. And he said, to make a living out of it, it will be a 12-hour-a-day full-time job.
Yeah, it is.
So it's I just enjoy doing it. So
hey, I'll get big enough and just pay a fucking editor.
There you go. That's what you do.
I'm gonna find some high school kid who his dream is to be a YouTuber. I'm like, hey man, well you should really start editing my videos for free. I'll buy a case of beer or something.
I'll lay it on the front porch, and you just have to
Buy
make
a
it
case of beer
disappear.
for high school kids. You might not want to say that on video.
That's what I'm saying. You set it on the front porch because you wanted some free cooling for it. You go inside, and it's gone. Back out.
I didn't say whether it was going to be like alcoholic or non-alcoholic beverages. It was going to be like O'Doul's.
Yeah.
I was going to trick him, like that kid used to come to the party like he was cool as shit with Mike's Hard Lemonade. It's like, get out of here. He's like, I brought chicks. All right, you can still come in, but you're still gay. All right, do not bring Mike's Hard Lemonade next time. At least get like cheap whiskey or something.
Weller.
It's a mad dog.
Dizzy Dallas said YouTube doesn't even pay me enough for this one Hot Pocket. and he's been around for a little while.
I remember watching him and his other guy there. I forget his name, but I remember all the leak detector videos they did.
It's the
I haven't seen
evaporator.
anything new out of him for a long time, though.
Spoiler alert. It's the evaporator.
It's the
Yeah.
evaporator. What the hell is going on here? Oh, that's why. I hate it when the thing always asks for my password right in the middle of a live stream, and I forgot Cat Blocks was on.
I sent an email about a true refrigerator a few weeks ago. I had the lines backwards in the compressor.
Oh, yeah, I read that. I thought
Ooh.
that it might be possible because the suction line and stuff is so close. I don't remember if you ever responded back. I did read that because I've been trying to make sure I check it because sometimes I go to all mail because I have the Gmail for multiple different email accounts, and sometimes I miss it. And but as far as I know, I'm getting them all. If you've done anything recent, but yeah, I thought you said you got it. That's good. I'm glad. It's easy to do, man. We all screw up, and sometimes they put that suction line so doggone close to that discharge line. It's easy to make a mistake there. It happens.
He doesn't answer.
Yeah, it does. I put a TXV in backwards on a heat pump. Fired it up. It's like, oh my God. And what sucked is the inlet and outlet were the same size.
Friday,
flat out.
a water source, water to water geothermal. It's about 30 ton. I just changed the compressor on it. And when I, was quoted for 7 hours, I was getting done on plenty on time. Next thing I know, I'm looking at the reversing valve and, there's two of them side by side, and the reversing valve on the right is hot on the right side. The one I'm running is hot on the left. It says it's going off on a temperature pressure or a temperature fault, saying that the temperature sensor 1 and 2 are backwards. And I'm like, what the heck? So I run it in reverse valve the other way. That don't do it. So I have a funny feeling that my reversing valve is partially in between, even though it sounds like it's switching right. So that's my Friday that went to shit. So I've got to go back and check that out on Monday. And not really looking forward to it, even though technically it probably should be billable. But I may need to get rid of the reversing valve because really didn't need it since it's a ground loop geothermal. They're never going to try to cool the floor, concrete floor. So
Never know.
something. Climate Master.
Maybe they will.
I doubt it. It won't get done if that's the case, because I have a feeling that that's got to be it. Because I can't imagine why. I unhooked the reversing valve completely, and even when I energize it, you can hear it shift like normal. But when I feel it and to see which one's coming out, it's coming out on the opposite side of what it should be doing, and it's like, okay, I know I hooked the compressor up right. That's pretty hard to do wrong. And the filter dryer was the only other thing I changed. So it's like, since we were only going to run in the one mode anyway, I put a standard dryer in instead of doing a biflow, which I ran by a few different people, and they're like, yeah, not a big deal. So we ended up going that route. But I don't know why this is doing what it's doing. It's different than what it was when I condemned the compressor because it wasn't shorted out, but I have a feeling that it's bleeding through the reversing valve. So I'm thinking that, I think the compressor was damaged because my amperage was like 16 and it was normally 41 amps per leg. And even with the new compressor, it was pulling like 27 amps. So it is like 10 amps better to 11 amps more than what it was before. So it is different. So I'm hoping it's the reversing valve. So.
Okay, let me stop doing that. I'm sorry.
You could just pipe it straight and get rid of that reversing valve and be done with it, right?
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to try to take some 1 1/8, and I think it's 1 1/8 that the suction line is. It may be a little bit bigger. But yeah, I'll take some 90s and stuff, chop it out, and just loop it. So we'll have to see.
1 1/8. How big is this thing?
Or just use
it's probably 30 ton. I'm pretty sure it is. The compressor was rated at 11,000 BTU, or 11 ton. It was 11 ton when I divided out the math on it. I think it was. So I'm assuming it's probably a 15 ton compressor. Usually is a lot less than it's rated for. So they always steal the damn book.
Heat pump
there. Yeah, it's water to water. So we got a glycol loop going in the floor that goes out to the floor loops. It's a power company and I'm working at. And then you've got your ground source outside. And so basically they never run it for anything else.
It's a Bosch heat pump.
No, it's Climate Master.
Climate Master. I've never seen a Climate Master that big. Interesting.
Yeah. This one I recorded it, which, I didn't show it their whole building like I did the last time, which was one of the things that got me in trouble. So I might actually show this one as I go back, and I have my GoPro this time instead of my phone. But yeah, we've got that at a processing factory. They're using that for the inside for the offices and stuff. We have 2 that are for climate control, and the other one is for processing. So that one's similar scenario where it basically will always run in cooling mode only or heat mode. I forget which one it is, but the other 2 are running reverse modes depending on what season we're in and stuff. So those are some 30 ton units too, but they're all sharing a water loop. It's got a water tower that's shared with a bunch of chillers and a bunch of other stuff. That one's an interesting one, but I'm not allowed to record in that building either. So yeah.
You guys see this question in chat where the guy's going to change TXV for $100?
What?
I want that guy's information because I'm just going to sit back in a chair all day and drink whiskey while he does what I'm supposed to be doing all day.
Does that include the PXC too, or is that just the labor?
It's a warranty part.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Still,
probably would have done that 10 years ago.
That's crazy.
Does that have to work when I'm done?
I'll drive by and wave for $100.
Yeah, I wouldn't even give them a quote for $100.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
I don't know. I drive by and wave is pretty good. Like I'll drive by and wave if it's close. Like, hi.
Is that TXV on the evaporator externally mounted, or is he changing the heat pump outdoor TXV? Those good ones, they're just externally mounted. I mean, you could pump that thing for $100.
I mean, it should be like
You could
5
pump
to
that thing down in 3 minutes and change that thing in 2 minutes if you got 2 wrenches, and don't pump it down to a negative. Leave a 5 psi so you don't get any air in it. And but yeah, that's the hack way to do it.
Time
Not
and material.
necessarily.
You're going to have at least 3 hours, 4 hours in it if you're doing it right. Actually pulling the refrigerant out, doing the repair, evacuating it properly, and recharging it. Take it times 50, 60, $75 an hour, whatever it is you guys charge, and move on. Plus, you got to add in there if you have any issues. So I like to add an extra hour or 2 for that. So yeah, $100 is dirt cheap.
Yeah, I want 15 hours for a TXV.
He said it's evaporator. So it's external mount TXV is what that one is on a good one.
I'm slow.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, $100. I mean,
yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's
Just blowing the charge, bleeding it out, and recharging it. I suppose you might be able to do it.
You could pump it down. Pump it down, leave about 5 psi in it, and
where are you going to pump the refrigerant to?
Goodman's have those.
It's on the TXV. It's on the evaporator. Pump it the outdoor coil.
Oh, I thought it was an outdoor unit.
No,
Gotcha.
he said on the evaporator.
Oh yeah, that would be hard.
Goodman's have those 5mm tubing on the newer units, so you can't pump them down sometimes.
Really? Are they aluminum coil or something?
The outdoor units have this tiny copper. Have you guys seen those?
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
5mm copper tubing. It's basically something between a regular condenser and a microchannel. It's these really tiny tubes.
Oh yeah. Well,
good luck.
$100. No. Craig says either way, too cheap.
Yeah, either way, too cheap. But good luck, I guess.
Dallas says you can't pump down the Goodmans anymore.
Pump it as far as you can, I guess. Blow the rest in the bottle.
Sorry, ozone layer.
It's funny. It seems that to me. Yeah.
All
right. Well, it's almost midnight, so fuck the TXV. Screw Goodman's.
Yeah.
The TXV is always bad. Replace it. Yep.
Sell a whole new unit. That's Gil style anyway. Just sell them a new one.
Exactly. You have to.
Fully variable communicating.
Yeah.
I saw a meme that somebody made, and it's the meme where the guy has like 2 red buttons and you can only push the one, and it's like check airflow or change TXV several times.
That's funny. Yeah. No, I'll never sell somebody something they don't need. I just believe when it comes time to do it that if I do my job and educate them, a lot more people will take better equipment over not taking better equipment. It's just the way it works.
Just gotta make them believe they need it.
No, not really. You just tell them like what things do and why it's there. You know, I love to have those talks with the people that all you really need is a 16 SEER. Okay, well, that's pretty much going to be base in a couple of years. So
with a piston.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's more reliable that way. But I can get you a better deal on a 14 SEER. We can still get you 13 if you want it.
Yeah, 13. I haven't got a couple old, Janitrol 10 SEERs back in the.
I'll get you a 4 SEER freezer condenser.
That's funny.
All right, well, slant face Lux Air. That's what everybody needs.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, we're gonna get off here, man. Thank all you guys for coming on. Appreciate you people for watching it. Be here every week. Thank you, Mr. Steve. Thank you, Rick.
Enjoyed it.
Thank you, Eric. Remember, all these guys, check out if they have their own channel. I know HVAC Residential Basics is Mr. Steve. HVACR Survival is Rick. Eric, do you have your own channel, man? It's just Eric, or what is it?
It's just Eric M.
Just Eric M. So, yeah, go check all these guys out if you're not already subscribed here.
If you have low expectations of video quality, come to my channel. If not, then go somewhere else.
Don't listen to that. They're all good.
The
Just watch 'em,
unedited version, you know.
and we'll learn something. But
The porn version, unedited.
Even if it's wrong, you'll learn something. Even if it's wrong.
that's funny. All right, let's close this out. Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah, no, 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 yeah, no, 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 yeah.
Good night, everybody. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming.